Hello and welcome back to MCFC Connect. In this video today, I will be telling you why this is Rico Lewis's breakthrough year at Man City. Now then, you're probably wondering, what do you mean? Rico Lewis has been in Man City's first team for a good round season and a half-ish, almost 2 seasons really. And I go, yes, you're right. But I think this is the first year that we truly see Rico Lewis become a first-team regular and potentially take City's last season captain, Kyle Walker, his right-back spot if he can keep performing the way he currently is. Now then, looking at his stats here, I've got all sorts of stats. We're going to look into them all. Bear in mind, he's only 19 years old. He turns 20 in November, so he's extremely young. He's got years in his career ahead, and he's been developing at City's first team for a good while now. So there's not a doubt in my mind about his quality. Moving on to his games played. He's only played 3 games this season, but I can assure you he has played every minute of every game. And that includes the Community Shield and Chelsea and Ipswich. He did not get subbed off in either of those matches, played every single minute available. Now then, he's won the ball 18 times so far in the Premier League alone. And it's not too bad, but it's not just not too bad. It's actually a brilliant stat because he's actually won the ball the most out of any Premier League player this season. Only in 2 games, bear in mind, but that means he's won the ball more than Virgil van Dijk. He's won the ball more than Declan Rice. He's won the ball more than Saliba. You know, he's winning the ball more than top defensive players and just top players on a whole. He's won it more than any other player in the Premier League. Now he's got a passing accuracy of about 81. Pushing 82 really, 81.8, which is not too bad. It's only been a couple of games. That's only in the Premier League. I couldn't find his Community Shield passing accuracy, if I'm being honest. But again, that's not too bad. I looked at other City players and they're not too far off that either, some of them. So that's decent. In his 3 games, he's made 5 clearances. So, you know, he's been good to keep the ball away from goal, which has been quite nice. Just really showing that he's got that in his locker of just sometimes you need to hoof it away, or sometimes you need to just get the ball out of there in whatever way you can. And he's done that 5 times, and that is potentially 5 opportunities stopped for United, Chelsea, and Ipswich. 3 interceptions, so, you know, he has cut out a pass here and there. Tackles he's made 2 of. I think I remember one of them. I think he tackled Nkunku at one point in the Chelsea match, and it was a really good challenge. He's only made 1 foul, which is quite good for 3 games, especially as a defender, where you're more prone to committing fouls. 1 block made. He's made 2 dribbles, but he's actually been fouled 7 times. Now then, you're probably thinking, okay, weird stat to kind of flex, but I'd like to mention City praised Jack Grealish a lot in his in the treble season, which is seen as Jack Grealish's best season so far of City. And he gets a lot of praise because of how much he got fouled when he was on the ball. You get fouled, you win free kicks, and you basically keep the ball with us. And if it's a tight period for City, you know, if we are under a lot of pressure and you get on the ball and you get yourself fouled, you buy City a few seconds really to catch a breath, to have a break of sorts. And so that really can help. 5 of those fouls, I can assure you, were in the Ipswich game. So it hasn't been an even spread, but the fact that he even got fouled 5 times against Ipswich is a decent stat in itself. Now then, 2 shots. He's had 1 shot even. I'll get into why I said 2. He's quite unlucky, to be honest, to not have 2 goals. Last game against Ipswich, he hit the crossbar. Very unlucky. Jeremy Doku, really nice pass into him. And against Chelsea, he did score, but I think Haaland caused a foul in the build-up. I think he accidentally booted Colwell. So he's been really unlucky though to not have a goal by now. He's had the ball in the back of the net and everything. But I mean, he won't mind too much. He managed to get, I think, 2 goals for City in the Premier League last season, both scored against Crystal Palace. Now then, the reason why I think that, obviously all these stats are very promising for Rico, and are just good for the club as well, to see that they've got such a promising future of this lad. We already knew that he was promising, but the way he's going, if he keeps performing like this, his ceiling is going to be so high. But the reason why I think that this is going to be Rico's year of getting a lot more in the team is because, like, in the summer, you go back to my streams, you go back to a lot of my content. When we weren't really linked to anyone, I was saying sign a CDM minimum, but I was also saying we should try and sign a right back. Okay, we should sign a right back, not necessarily to replace Kyle Walker, but that is probably what they'd ultimately do, given Kyle Walker's age. But also because Kyle Walker, I think, is 34 now. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. But he's about 33, 34. He's getting on for a footballer. You know, he's in the back end of his career. And his main asset is his pace. Now then, Kyle Walker's legs could go at any given moment. I don't know what Kyle Walker's leg situation are. For all I know, they're the healthiest in the world. But they could go one sprint off of him and Vinny Jr. or him and Mbappe. That can happen in the same game now, by the way. Yeah, that's crazy. And it doesn't even have to be them. A sprint off with Garnacho or Rashford or Luis Diaz, you know? A sprint off between them, and his legs could just go. The older you get, the more prone you are to that happening. And that is something we have to bear in mind with Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker isn't exactly the most injury-free player in the world, and if he gets injured, okay, let's say Rico Lewis isn't there. If he gets injured, we have to play a defender out of position, okay? Akanji, I do think he can do a job at right back. He's done it before. He's done really well there. But his main position and his best is centre-back. John Stones, okay? I prefer him as centre-back, and I prefer him going into midfield as opposed to him playing right-back. He has played right-back before. Diaz has always been a centre-back, and Vardy or Ake kind of control the left area. So there's no one truly to back up Kyle Walker if Walker picks up an injury. But now I think there is with Rico Lewis, and the way Rico Lewis is going, I think he should start against West Ham, and if he performs at this level again, he should start the next game. He's doing absolutely brilliant, Rico Lewis. He's clearly fighting so hard for this shirt and this team, which is what we want from each and every one of our players, of course. But only a short one. Let me know. Do you think I'm overreacting a bit? It's only been 3 matches, but 3 very good performances, I got to say. I gave him man of the match against Chelsea. Let me know what you think. Is this Rico's year? Is he going to break into the first team? Well, not just the first team, but a regular starting player in the 11. He's already in the first team. Let me know. I personally think he is. I think by the end of the season, we could be talking about Rico Lewis as our starting right back, but maybe I'm overreacting. Thank you all for tuning in. Your support is great as usual. If you like this video and you want more like it, feel free to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one.